Hello guys, my name is Clutch and welcome back to the channel. We are doing another Precon review for the Vampire deck for Clavileno, the first of the Blast. And before I want to get into this review for the Precon here, I want to just shed some light on the first Precon that I did on Scry guys here for Emerald Brass, the Unsinkable Precon review with a $100 budget upgrade, which is like 20 cards that I picked for Pirates. There's some strong ones, but it's not like highly competitive. It definitely casual friendly there. But yeah, and Barry will be covering the last two, which are Dinosaurs and Merfolk, in the next 2 days here. But yeah, I am covering the Vampire portion of the Precons here. Oh, let me get out of here. All right. So let's take a look at vampires here. So we got Indulgence Aristocrat, which is a pretty fun card back in Standard and Limited when this card came out. But it seems alright. Sacrifice vampire, put 1/1 counter on each vampire you control. So not bad. Definitely seems sweet. Like a nice sack outlet just to get this ability to go off. Oh, I totally forgot to explain the ability there, guys. So it's a white-black, one colorless vampire cleric. And then whenever you attack target attacking vampire that isn't a demon becomes a demon additional to its other types, it gained when this creature dies, draw a card, and create a tapped 4/3 white-black vampire demon creature token with flying. So that is really strong with aristocrats, vampires, and just a good mix, you know. I don't know if there was like aristocratic vampire list out there, but this is a pretty cool one. But yeah, this seems a pretty good addition in a Precon that lets you sack your vampires and create 4/3s. Demons and to start swinging and give you value. But let's look at one of the newest cards here, which is Master of the Dark Art. Right, not art. 1 black, sacrifice another creature, add 3 black, spend its mana only to cast vampire, cleric, or demon spells. So this card is really powerful. It ramps you out for 1 black mana, and then you could sack in Dark Ritual for only vampire, clerics, or demons, which is really good. Yeah, this is just a really good card, you know. Like, it's just very flavorful and for demons, vampires, and just clerics. So that is definitely going to be added in a lot of decks here, guys. Wonder how much it is. Oh, there's no price yet for it yet, but that is pretty good. We got Viserys here, just a classic sacrifice scry one, so that is definitely a good add there. Then we got Bartolomum del Prestiodo. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. But sacrifice another creature or artifact, put 1 counter on Predaciano. And it's 2/1, so that's not bad. It's a legendary. And there's no cost to actually sacrifice. You can sacrifice anything at instant speed to start sacking all your traders or whatever, you know, what you have to get this guy big, you know. And then we got Blood Artist, classic card. Just an OG in EDH. And then we got Bloodghast. Bloodghast is pretty alright. You could bring him back whenever you play land. So that is pretty good. And then we got Charismatic Conqueror, which is one of the new ones here. So I have Vigilance whenever an artifact or creature enters the battlefield untapped and under an opponent's control. They may tap that permanent. If they don't, you create a 1/1 vampire creature token with lifelink. So that is super strong in stacks type of decks. Like, hey, I'm going to create an army. Do you want to tap that? And especially with the new god, the white one, you create 3 1/1 tokens. And I think that's a great ad for that deck too. Like, all right, I'm going to make 3 1/1. Or just, it seemed like a good ad in here too. But yeah, that's definitely a powerful vampire. Cordell Vampire. Whenever Cordell Vampire or another creature dies, put 1 counter on each vampire you control. This classic came back in Modern, I think it was Modern Horizons 1 to 2. But yeah, good card. And then we got Cruel Celebrant from War to Spark. Whenever another creature or planeswalker you control dies, your opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1. So that is pretty good. Just more aristocrat stuff. And here's another new one, Dust Legion Sergeant. Menace, 1 black, 1 color, sacrifice Dust Legion Sergeant. Each non-token vampire you control gains persist until the end of turn. Wow, that is pretty good for 2 mana. Just like, all right, all my guys are gonna come back, and I'm gonna create a bunch of demons. You know, like if you get, oh man, that's a lot of death triggers right there, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty strong for this deck, and they just get, I believe they get, yeah, -1 counters. But that's not bad, really. That is a really strong ability for this deck. So, good protection, all-star, and vampires now. Dust Legion, Zealot, just a good common. ETB, draw a card, you lose 1 life. Legion Lieutenant, other vampire you control get +1/+1, nice. Metre of Dusk, when dies, create a 1/1 vampire token with lifelink, so it's okay. I would definitely take that guy out for something stronger. Oathsworn Vampire, enter battlefield tap. You may cast Oathsworn Vampire from your graveyard if you gain life this turn. So that's not bad. They're definitely better targets or better cards you could put in to replace this, but it's not bad. Durando Liberator of Malakir. This one is back when I first started with a card that I played a lot of, which is Allies. Whenever Durando Liberator of Malakir deal common damage to a player, put 1/1 counter on each attacking creature you control. So that's pretty good. Flying first strike and just really good there. And it's a 2/3. It's alright vampire in this list. So let's move on to Elenda's Hierophant. I think that I pronounce it. It's a vampire cleric. Whenever you gain life, put 1/1 counter on Elendra's. When Elendra's hyper dies, create X 1/1 vampire equal to his power. That seemed pretty good. That seems pretty good. It just gets bigger and bigger. Wow. Elendra's Hierophant. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that's okay. Pretty sure some of you guys in comments, that's not how you pronounce it. Get out of here, you know. But yeah, that seems like a sweet card in this deck, just whenever we gain life. And we're definitely going to gain life in this deck. Let's move on to Marvin Fiend Dusk Apostle. So whenever one or more non-token vampire you control attack, create a 1/1 vampire creature token with lifelink. So that is pretty strong. And it's a new one, I believe. Yeah, that's a pretty strong vampire. Just create more 1/1 vampire that become demon, and when they die, you draw a card. So that's pretty good. Nighthawk Scavenger, that's okay. 1 flying death with lifelink, and then it's power +1 equal to number of permanent types in your graveyards. So that's not bad. Welcoming Vampire, pretty good. You draw a card, but it only activates once for each turn. Anything with power 2 or less enter battlefield, so that's pretty good. Yihini, that card not that good. I don't think that card is that great. I mean, you could sack stuff, right? But it's okay. It's not the greatest card. This could definitely be a cut. Blood Tracker, flying, 1 black, pay 2 life, put a counter on Blood Crafter, and then when Blood Crafter leave the battlefield, draw a card for each +1 counter on it. Okay, that's pretty alright. But for like 4 mana, like you'd rather be doing other things. You'd rather be bringing back your guide or something like that, you know. I don't think it'll be that strong in vampires, but we'll see. I may be wrong. I don't play vampires often, but I might be building this just for the aristocrat part, because I love aristocrats, let me tell you. Elendra the Dusk Rose. This is back in Exelon. Whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on Elendra, and then when it dies, you create X 1/1 vampires with lifelink. Focal Wrath Noble. Just another pinger. Whenever a creature dies, target player loses 1, and you gain 1. Just add targets like Blood Artist, so not bad. Redemption Choir. Lifelink. Whenever Redemption Choir enters the battlefield or attacks, you control 3 or more creatures with different power. Return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to your battlefield. So that is interesting. That's basically like a Sun Titan buff for 4 mana, and this is for vampires, right? That is pretty good for this deck. I mean, I think my version, I'm going to try to cut it to like 4 at the max, because I want to put like Rally Ancestors, like Second Reborn, to bring everything back, have more sack outlets, but I didn't want to like do that for the upgrade for this video. I think it's a pretty good card though. Sanctum Seeker. This is the standard all-star back when Exelon first came out. Whenever a vampire you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, so pretty good. Twilight Prophet, another really good reprint, but it's now down to $4.25 for this version, but that's pretty nice. That's in, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have Decidian Blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand, and each opponent loses X life, and you gain X for X to cover mana cost, so that is alright. Bloodline Necromancer. It's okay. Enter battlefield, you may return target vampire wizard from graveyard to battlefield for 5 mana. You could be doing all the things for 5 mana there. And we got another new one, which is Carmen Cruel Sky Macer? Marcher, there we go, not Macer. Flying, then whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, put 1 counter Art Carmen, and you gain 1 life. And then whenever Carmen attacks, return up to 1 target permanent card with mana value less than to equal to Carmen's power from the graveyard to battlefield. Oh, that is pretty strong. This could be a commander too. Whenever opponent sacrifices, is pretty good. Champion Dusk. ETB, just draw a lot of cards equal to the number of vampires you have, then you lose X life. So that's pretty good. Vona, Butcher of Megan or Magan. This card okay. Wait, is it always been 5 mana? I thought it was like 7 mana. Might have been 5 mana. Just pay 7 life. Destroy target non-land permanent. Activate only during your turn. And Vigilance Lifelink. That card's not good. If you're paying 5 and then it gets destroyed, or you're paying 7 and something gains hexproof or indestructible, you can't destroy it. You'd rather just exile it for 1 mana with all your other spells. But we got a Crossway Troublemaker. Attacking vampire you control, head that to lifelink, and then whenever vampire you control dies, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. So that's pretty nice because they gain lifelink, so amount of life you gain, you just pay all of that life back and gain that value. Parton of the Vein. This is another new one. So when Parton of the Vein enter the battlefield, destroy target creature opponent control. Whenever a creature opponent control dies, and put a 1/1 counter on each vampire you control. That's pretty good. I mean, returning it will be really good for you, but it's alright. Alright, Timothar, Baron of Bats, ward a discarded card. Oop, need to stop moving it. And then whenever another non-token vampire you control dies, you may pay 1 and exile it. If you do, create a 1/1 bad creature token with flying. It gains when this creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it, and return the exile card to the battlefield. That's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty nice. For 6 mana, that could be a build around too. Like, it's mono black and it's a legendary creature, so there's a lot of stuff you could do with them. Alright, then I got Butcher Malik here, just an OG back in World Wake or OG Zendikar. Yeah, there's just nothing to it. Butcher Malakir, just a good 7-drop in casual. Then Order of the Secret Dust. That's a new one. Convoke. And it's 8 mana, but I have Convoke on it, so Exalted, and then other vampire you could all have Exalted. Ew, that's pretty good. And if you don't know what Exalted does, so if you swing with a creature alone, and if another creature has Exalted, it get +1, and so on so forth. If you have 5 creatures that have Exalted, and one of them attacking, it get +5/+5, so it's pretty good. And then we got Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. It's okay. This orange is alright. I wouldn't play it. I would definitely take this out. I mean, if you're casual and you like Sorin, keep it in. But you could definitely take it out. But let's look at the spells. There's only 9 in here, which we have Sword of Plowshare, Village Rites, Damn. So 3 good ones so far. Pact of the Serpent. Why can I not see what this looks like? Pact of the Serpent. What do you look like, sir? Oh, okay. Choose a creature. Typed. Target player draws X card and you lose X life for X number of creature types. Okay, that's not bad either. You can name vampire or demons in this deck too, so that's not bad. Now I need to scroll down to vampires. Alright. New Blood, which is gain control of the target creature, and it's a vampire that's all the types. Return to Dust, not bad. Other End, that can be replaced with Inkos I'm making. Olivia's Wrath, which is just -1/-1 to each non-vampire creature equals the number of vampires you control. And then Austria Command. So not nice spells in here, you know. Nothing really to change except for a few. And then artifacts, we got Blade of the Blood Chief, Soul Ring, Wafer Bauble, Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, Orzhov Signet, Swift of Boots, Talisman Hierarchy, Commander Sphere, Glass Cast Cart. This is a new one. So whenever one or more vampires you control attacks, create a blood token. And then pay 1 life, create a 1/1 black vampire, create a token with lifelink. And then pay 2, sacrifice Glass Casket, and 13 blood tokens. Each opponent loses 13 life and you gain 13 life. That's pretty gross. Heirloom Blade. Alright, not bad here. There are definitely a couple changes you could do with this. Definitely add more fast mana, but if you're casual, don't really worry about it. I think these are fine. All right, let's look at enchantments. Mart of Kenazode. A 2 and an X. When March enters the battlefield, create X 1/1 white vampire creature with lifelink, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, if your devotion in white and black is 7 or greater, create a 4/3 white black vampire demon creature token with flying. So that's not bad either. Seems pretty good. Promise of Axolotls. So it's a adventure side. Sacrifice a non-demon creature. If you do, create a 4/3 white-black vampire demon creature token with flying, and then at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-demon creature token. If you do, populate. So that's not bad for 2 mana enchantment. Etching of the Children. So choose a type, they get +1/+1, and then you can sacrifice the Children type gets indestructible. So that's pretty good. Radiant Destiny, just another big board. And then if you send it to get +1/+1 and Vigilance. So that's not bad either. Kindred Moon. This is a new one. So as Kindred Moon at the battlefield, choose a creature type. Put a divinity counter on target creature you control of the chosen type, and then each creature you control with divinity counter on it has indestructible. So that's pretty good too. Just way more protection, but that's not bad. I think I have Gorgeous Blood, so you definitely know what's going to be put in the upgrades here. And then the Lantern for 2 color, not that bad. You could definitely take out like the Mount Land, Marriott Landscape probably. Rogue Patch you could probably stay, maybe. You're not really, I don't know, probably going to be taken out. Sinu taken out. Swamps, that's a lot of swamps. I get they're more black. Yeah, they look like they're more black. Take a field. Temple could be taken out. Temple of Foscotity could definitely be taken out. That could be taken out as well. I could probably stay if it's just one of, not like the pirate one. Well, they're in a state, and then Ember's Heights. So not bad on the mana base. You could definitely change it pretty easily. Because black white not being played that much, and you can put like March Flat, Godless Shrine, and like another fetch like Air Mesa just to make it a little better, and then Arc Board. But that's like $30. But as always, I do not add the land in the upgrade. I want to care about the creatures, spells, artifacts, and enchantments for this build right here. So let's go into the upgrades, everyone. The upgrade. We're here for the upgrade, and let's get started off with the creatures. So we got Teysa Korval or Karlov. So if a creature dying causes a trigger ability or a permanent you control, that ability trigger this whole time, and then creature token you control have vigilance and lifelink. So that is really good for our demons, and we create 2 of them, and they have vigilance and lifelink. So that is really strong there. And then we're playing Drivnod, Carnage Dominus. If a creature dying causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger that trigger this whole time, and then exile 3 card, put an indestructible counter on the Dominus. So just another thing for Teysa, just a trigger to death ability, create more. Then we're playing Great Arson Nightmare. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, they lose 2, and you draw a card. So just really strong aristocrat things here. And then we're going to be playing Luminous Broodmoth. Whenever a creature you control without a flying dies, return to the battlefield under its owner control with a flying counter on it. So basically, you're bringing back any creature that you sack and then giving them the flying counter, and now they have flying, and it's hard to remove. And then we're playing Vayne Witch Coven. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1 black. When you do, return target creature card from graveyard to your hand. So basically just recursion there. And we're playing Pitless Plunder, just create those treasure tokens and more treasure token with Teysa or the Dominus. And then Bishop of Birth, just another Sun Titan there. Just for creatures, 3 or less. So, and it's a vampire, and it has vigilance. And we're playing Bloodline Keeper. Create a 2/2 black vampire creature token with flying, and then transform it if you control 5 more vampire, and it becomes the Lord on its other side. So pretty powerful there. And then we're playing Mark of Baron. And I think this one was in there. I don't remember. I think it was. Yeah, I think this is a new one. Yeah, it is. Okay, I might have added double, but It's a Convoke, lifelink. Other vampires you control get +1/+1, and it has madness, so pretty nice when you discard it. And then we're playing Vampire Nocturnus. 3 black, 1 colorless. Played with the top card of your library revealed. As long as the top card is a black vampire, Nocturnus, and other vampires you control get +2/+1 and flying. Just a dumb vampire. Just seems sweet enough in this list. And let's move on to the disposal deck. So as I was saying, angles I'm making Path to Exile, Flawless Remover, Diabolical Intech, and Kindred's Dominus. So you already know about the other 2 angles I'm making. Path to Exile, just good removal there. Flawless Maneuver, there we go, is for protection. That Diabolical Intent, you could sack any vampire and tutor something better, and you get a 4/3 vampire, and then, or not 4/3 vampire, a 4/3 demon. There we go. And Kindred Dominus is choose a creature type, destroy all creatures that aren't the chosen type. So another nice board wipe there. Then we're playing Bold Citadel. I think this will be really cool in this deck just because you're gaining a lot of life, and you're definitely going to run out of gas eventually, but once you get this card out, you are not going to run out of gas. You are going to the moon with this card. And Altered Dementia, just another sack outlet, and for another strategy to mill your opponent out. And then we're playing Austria Command, and I realize Austria Command is in there, so that is my bad. For not double checking the list, but I want to go in there blind and I just skim through it like, okay, this card not in there, this card not in there, but I just put that card in there. So we got Feed the Swarm, just a good removal too, and then Sanguine Bond, so we have at least a finisher if we can't do anything with our strategy there. We just play Sanguine Bond, Equated Blood, kill all of our opponents. So yeah, that is it of the deck. Hopefully you guys like it here. Let me bring up the deck list again. There we go. Oh, let me close this out away. But yeah, for $40, man, it is $208. Just what? I gotta go back. What went up? Because last night I was like, they were like, damn, that is really expensive for some of the decks. Yeah, man. Let's see what really spiked up. Why this randomly 200? Okay, Quadra Blood. Okay, maybe somewhere in the creature. I mean, there's a lot of 15s. Man, that is crazy that this is on table top of 208, but they're pre-selling for $40. So definitely get your commander deck soon, guys. They're definitely going to be a shortage here soon. And tomorrow, my buddy Barry will be covering the last 2, which is Merfolk and Dinosaurs. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, that is it. My name is Quest, and thank you for watching on Scry, guys. See you later.